we are coming from a really special location. So this is pretty exciting. And our first guest with us today, first student to win the award, is going to be Eric. So we're going to do an interview with him now. Let's go to Eric.
Hello, everybody.
So Eric, what was life like before working with BJK University?
Life was good before. I think I was just getting a little bored. I didn't really have anything going on, no giant goals that I needed to accomplish. So, I didn't have any complaints, but I definitely wasn't where I wanted to be.
Okay, and was there a moment in your life where it was like, well, what I'm doing now is okay, but enough is enough. I kind of need to do something. I don't know. Was there an enough is enough moment for you?
Oh, absolutely. So I'm sure like with a lot of people, especially my age, you have a lot of your friends that Netflix, video games, everything like that. That's all they do. And I'm not getting any younger, and like my friends are doing the same thing as they were doing in high school, and it just wasn't what I wanted to do. Like I don't want to be, 40 years old with nothing, like no accomplishments. So I decided that I think it was about time that I try to, make some new goals, accomplish some different things, and just not be like everybody else. So now, I started my BJK journey, and it's been great. I said a lot has changed for me. Yeah.
So, before you joined BJK University, was there anything maybe that you tried, to solve any of the problems of the boredom, and maybe trying to do something for your future, or was this your first venture?
So I got involved with like the stock market and things like that. But as far as business opportunities, this was the first one. I started seeing Bashar's posts on Instagram, and I probably scrolled through them, 100 times before I finally stopped and really took a look at it. And I was like, this is one business that I can get out what I put in. So I'm usually pretty motivated when it comes to things I set my mind to. So I decided, if I decide to go through like this Amazon journey, and there's no limit to where I can go. So that sounded really exciting to me. So I decided, I'm going to sign up, and we'll just see what happens. And if it's everything that I'm thinking it's going to be, I'll end up in some great places. So I just wanted to go for it.
What was the one thing that made, something, maybe a collective, or maybe the one thing that made you choose BJK University?
Oh man, it was definitely the mustache and the Instagram videos.
We get that a lot.
Yeah, I just kept seeing all the advertisements, and over time I felt like I was learning things just from like watching the videos. I was like, it's not all like, you have to join to learn anything. Like I was getting value just from the advertisements, and I was like, if this is the kind of program that can, is willing to share some of this stuff before you even pay, I can only imagine the benefits I'll get when I join. So, that was pretty much the deciding factor. I was like, man, this is pretty genuine, already willing to share information, and yeah, I decided to sign up, and definitely glad I did.
What was it like? So once you joined, what was it like working with BJK here?
Oh, it was different. I didn't know what FBA. I didn't even know what FBA was. I didn't know what Amazon fulfillment. I had no idea about any of this type of business. So getting in, it was a little overwhelming. And then I started watching the videos. I'm like, I just spent some money on this course. I should probably learn what it's all about. So I started going through the videos, and every time I started finishing one, I had someone there helping me along the way. I had all the information available. So I was just learning, every day I was learning a bunch of new things. And over time, it just finally clicked, and everything was laid out perfectly. It was really easy for me to understand. It was basically like, ask your questions, watch the videos, you have help along the way. And it was, the layout of the program was perfect, so I can't complain about that at all.
So I noticed you mentioned something about getting help along the way, and did you feel like you had to, wait a certain time period, or were there different avenues you can go to? What was that like for you?
No, so getting help along the way was mainly, the coaches. When I started, it was still a smaller community. You know, Bashar was doing a lot of the videos, the webinars, for example, at the time, and over time, the community's been expanding, and some incredible people, coaches, have been joining. So over time, the help has been coming faster, and everyone's been learning the same way. So I mean, it's been an incredible resource to have. You know, I get a question, I can post it in the community, and I mean, minutes, someone will reply to me. With the webinars, you know, it started off, there was, had 2 a week when I joined, and now there's 7 a week, which is incredible because, I mean, you know, with the time differences, sometimes I wasn't able to make one, you know, and it was kind of a bummer, but now there's so many that I'm able to attend every week if I want to. And I mean, it's grown a lot. The people in it have grown, like, and I mean, every question I've ever had has gotten answered. I've never had any issues personally with anything.
Great. So what does life look like now?
Well, I'm actually in India, so that's exciting. So through BJKU, we had a guest speaker come on through an India sourcing trip, and they offered a sourcing event that was going on in India. And at the time, I was learning so much through BJKU, and I was like, you know, this would be a great opportunity. So next thing you know, I am sitting in a hotel in India, and I mean, from where I started to where I am now is night and day difference. I feel like I'm definitely going places. I mean, I've already done very well from when I started. I'm very, very happy with what I've accomplished, and it's just the beginning. You know, like I said, who would have thought I joined BJKU, and you know, not too long after, I'm in India on a sourcing event, meeting, you know, thousands of vendors, you know, with some awesome coaches. You know, I was just hanging out in a room the other day with, you know, 7-figure sellers, you know, having masterminds with them, eating dinner with. I mean, it's been an incredible journey. Who would have thought, you know, you end up somewhere like this?
But what about your book?
Oh yeah, so I got a book when I got here to take notes and business cards of different manufacturing companies, take notes on products. The book started off about this big, and combined I had to throw in another one, and I don't know, I'd say it's about like, it probably grew a couple inches after all the notes and everything I've taken. But so much information, so much value, and I mean, I wouldn't even have known about it if it wasn't for BJKU. I said it all started with that, and it goes on to, you know, another thing with the people they bring on. This opportunity wouldn't have came up if they didn't have amazing guest speakers coming on, explaining different things. I mean, how to set up my business in the first place. You know, different experts on different aspects of Amazon. It's been such a valuable tool. I definitely wouldn't be here without it.
Awesome. So what would you say to someone who's kind of on the fence about joining BJK University?
Just do it. Like, yeah, you just need to sign up. Like I said, there's so much value in this. If you wanted to change your life, this is the best place you can go. If you are motivated and determined to get somewhere, this is where you do it, because what you put in, like I said, is what you're going to get out of it. And if you're motivated like I was, you'll end up in India before you know it as well. It's, like I said, it's a great opportunity, and I think everybody should try this if they're interested in changing their life.
So what's the best part of working with BJKU?
Oh, the community, absolutely. You know, it's not just like a business. It's like in my free time, I don't get on Facebook. I get on the program through BJKU and talk with people, answer questions. I enjoy it. I have a passion for it. Like, the people in there are, I mean, they make it that much better. You know, because I'm always learning. I love helping people. The people in there are great. They're all motivated. Super active community. There's just so many benefits to being in there. I said, no more Netflix. Just, I mean, hang out in BJKU.
From a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your experience?
10, absolutely. Like I said, I had lower expectations when I started, just because I had no idea what FBA was. Selling on Amazon is what. So my expectations were low, and then as I started getting and learning a little bit, like it started going higher and higher. And now, like, my expectations of anything related to this business are very high. And I still think that the most important and best quality resource I have is still BJKU. I mean, like I said, I came to India. I mean, learned all kinds of new things, met some great people, and even after all this, BJKU is the heart and soul of where I came from with this business.
What are your plans going forward with BJKU?
Oh man, so plan to keep growing. Like I said, I've done quite a bit for myself since I started, and it's all thanks to them. So the goal has been to try to keep giving back to the community. Like I said, I have a passion for helping other people as well, and one of the core values with BJKU is impact a million lives. So that kind of fits right along with where I have. So I want to keep growing in my business and myself along the way, help other people as well. Hopefully I'll be at a lot more of these events, helping other people, sharing what I learned, and just meeting a bunch of great people, doing great things with my business, and just my personal growth and everything else along the way.
So you talked a little bit about your sourcing trip to India. Was there anything special on the outside of the sourcing trip? Like any places that you went that made an impact on you that were specially related to BJKU?
So perfect example. First day I got here, there was a school that, actually let's rewind. India has a lot more poverty than I imagined when I got here, which was a little bit shocking, actually. India's up and their economy's growing, but there's still a lot of poverty here. So one of the purposes of this trip, and the reason BJK had this started was to help some of the kids in the community. So the first day I got here, flew in. We took a bus over to a village that had a bunch of school children there, and I mean, I think you'd have to see it to really understand, but it was sad but amazing at the same time that this community was helping these kids, donating money, books, like helping them. They were giving them an education, giving them trades to learn, so they break the cycle of the poverty they have here. And so BJK, sponsored a big part of this and help donate to some of those children there. And I mean, it's an incredible thing to be a part of. Like this trip, I mean, it's not like something that was advertised before either. I didn't even realize this till I was here. I think it goes back to one of those things, under promise, over deliver. I said you find out about helping all those kids after the fact, and it means quite a bit. It wasn't like a way to bring me here. Like I said, I didn't even learn about this till after, but it made me leave there feeling really good about me joining BJKU. Confirmed my decision that I made the right choice. It wasn't about the money. It was about impacting a million lives.
Awesome. I love it, Eric. Thank you, and congratulations again on winning the award. He's doing so amazing. And I also want to thank Hen, our production manager, who's filming for us.
Hi!
And we want to see all of you guys. Anybody can do this here, okay? And once you do, you'll be meeting with us again, and we'll have a video with you going out. Thanks everybody for joining, and thank you Eric again, and thank you Hen.
Thank
Thanks
you.
everybody.
Bye-bye.
Aloha.